Hello, and welcome to Nova Drift. This feels like, well, the music feels like the holding rooms for some of these sort of spacier rides in Disney World. Hi Becca, how are you doing? How are things? Thought I'd blend in as much as possible. We shall see how blendy in it is. This is like, it looks so cool, this game, like visually. Neil is here, John is here. John, are you okay, hun? Shouldn't you be playing Tears of the Kingdom? Or is it Tears of the Kingdom? What if it's Tears and not Tears all this time? And nobody knew. I saw on Steam that you had played it, so yeah, I'm glad you have endorsed it. Because like, I was given this for free. It came through the Woovit website, which I literally have not really ever used, nowhere near as much as Keymailer. Mr. Dub is here too. Hi Mr. Dub, how you doing? And yeah, sometimes you just get like sent an email saying like blah blah has offered you a key, and I'm like, okay. I don't often play stuff like this, like ever, so I thought maybe I should try it because it does look really like neon and like kind of not lasers, or maybe lasers, space lasers, spazers. And yeah, it may be too difficult, it may be too fiddly and intricate, I don't know, but I thought I'd give it a try. So here we are. Here we are. Oh, it is Tears. It's a game where you have to keep repairing fabric. Fair enough. I mean, it could be like Tears in the space-time continuum, or, you know, like Tears, you know, like in the... Oh god, what's it called? His Dark Materials trilogy? They make tears with a knife in, like, actual, like, dimensions. See, I don't know. Is the audio echoey? I hope not. I haven't changed anything, so... It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. Yeah, don't know. Maybe it's just the background? I don't know. However, it is rifts, tears, yeah, same thing, same thing. Chasms, gaps, breaches, all this stuff. So yeah, John, how much of this have you played? I didn't look at that on Steam. It just said that you had played it recently. Have you played it a lot? I know it's in early access mode still. I'm not really aware. I didn't really look at when it actually sort of came out and stuff, and like how long it's been in development and stuff. It's by this name down here, Chimeric. A couple of hours. Okay, so not like kind of 10 minutes and you gave up. That's encouraging. Gashes in time. That would be quite a different episode of Doctor Who, I think, wouldn't it? Let's not go there. Also, who saw Catherine Tate on Eurovision last night? What the hell? And like, also, like, epic sidebar, but like, David Tennant's going to be Doctor Who again? And I know it's called Doctor Who is not the name of the character, blah blah blah. But like, what? Like, what have I done to deserve this? I might actually watch it. I don't know. Oh, the boobs, exactly. It was like, you know, you see footage of like a wild bird's nest, like an eagle's nest, and it has all like fluffy bits of like debris and stuff around the edge to like make it soft for the chicks and stuff. It was kind of like that. The dress was the nest. Yeah. There was a lot of scaffolding going on in that dress, and don't get me wrong, I fully appreciate the need for a lot of scaffolding in a dress to hold things where they should be. But yeah, wow, it was a look. It was a look. Sounds mental. Yeah, so is he going to be the Doctor for just like one episode or something? Because I could totally like commit to one episode. It's when it's like a whole series that I just don't have the time for it. Or motivation. Even for David Tennant, I don't know. I did watch some of the stuff that he did, but yeah, I'm just not a Doctor Who person. Oh, 3 specials. Oh, that's fine. I can watch 3 specials. That's all good. That's all good. Okay, so this should be, yeah, and it is, controller supported, which is a-okay with me, because it's going to be flying around shooting things and stuff, so it's like, I cannot be doing with a keyboard. That's all. Especially because my regular keyboard, which is Bluetooth, just simply will not, since yesterday, talk to the computer. It just flashes the Bluetooth, the connector button. Forever. Ilu's here. Gonna be playing flashy things, yes. Not that kind of flashing, just flashy space things. How are you? How are you? I'm sorry about Germany and Eurovision. I'm sorry we didn't give you points. Somebody did. I missed who it was that gave Germany points, but along the way they did get some points. But yeah, we were down there with you at that end of the table. So Yeah. Bad times. Finland were robbed as well. I went to Kex today. I went to town for the first time in ages. I took 2 games that I've been meaning to take there like since before the pandemic to trade in, because they've just been sat here doing nothing. And we got into, I can't remember, we sort of just got into talking about Eurovision. They're really nice, the people at that shop and stuff, so we always end up talking to them about this, that and the other. And we ended up talking about Eurovision and stuff, and it was like, Finland was robbed! Pronounce it properly. I believe it to be a hard C. What can I say? Show me the evidence otherwise. Your wife and you still have a hangover from celebrating so hard. Oh. Norway's entry has made it to your Spotify playlist. Yeah, no, I liked Finland. I liked Austria. I liked the Edgar Allan Poe song. There was some along the way. There was the one, I forget what country it was, like maybe Moldova or something, that sounded like the Tetris Effect level, the tribal level. That was good. Charlie Brooker set up that company. What? Why? That's weird. That's weird. Best budget of superheroes, yeah. And the Norway girl did look like she was trying to dress as a superhero. But yeah, that was a good song as well. That was a good song. Not my favourite, but yeah, still pretty good. Yeah, Belgium was good as well. The guy in the white and the pink and stuff and whatnot as well, yeah. But yeah, her outfit was pretty epic, wasn't it? She looked like one of the, you know, the musical Six, which is about the wives of Henry VIII. They all dressing like kind of like, oh, what's it called? Oh my god, what's it called? Starlight Express type outfits, but sort of also a little bit Tudory, like with like, again, more scaffolding and stuff. And her outfit kind of reminded me of that, especially with the little crown thing and stuff as well. So yeah, evil Tony. It was a good show. It was a good show, yeah. But yeah, wow. I mean, it always does drag on too long at the end, doesn't it? We were just like, oh my god, it's like midnight. I want to go to bed. Please let me go to bed. Just stop.
Get on with it.
Exactly.
Get on with it.
Exactly. What? The coronation song? What did I miss? We missed the beginning of it because we were leaving Tesco's at 8 o'clock. So when the programme started, we missed the beginning. But who's ALW? Oh, Andrew Lloyd Webber. Yeah, no, I missed it. So I don't know. I could make the effort to go back and try and find it on YouTube, but Albania. Is that the one with the family? The girl and her family, and they were like her backing singers. That was a pretty epic costume as well. Yeah. Max. France reminded me of Lady Gaga. It's kind of Lady Gaga sort of hyper style kind of performance, wasn't it? But yeah, I still think, although Sweden's song was decent, and you know, yeah, you get that it's like a big club hit and whatever, I still think Eurovision should kind of be a bit more towards the novelty-ish kind of side. Maybe not just sort of generic kind of Eurodance stuff, but yeah. That was the best part. The Atomic Kitten cover was the best part. I loved it. Mike is here. Hi Mike, how you doing? How's Link? How much have I got to catch up to you on Gamerscore? I would click on learn, but like, why did that scroll to the bottom by itself? Don't know, but yeah, there's a lot to learn. I feel like we're going to learn by doing. If it's a good game, it'll teach you by learning by doing instead of having to read and do homework first, right? So I'm just going to press start. I'm going to put the mouse up there because I don't know if it's going to interfere. Challenge modes. I don't feel like I need challenge modes even if I could unlock them. Let us not do that. Ooh, is that me? That's me. Is it asteroid? Is it just asteroids? What do I shoot with this? How do I move? Oh, with the trigger. Maybe I should have done the reading. Collect orbs! Oh shit! I'm not moving. Cause, yeah, oh god, this is gonna... Okay, you can go off the screen. Yeah. Prepare yourselves for a lot of failure here, because twin stick typey things, I really struggle to sort of That doesn't look good. That doesn't look good! Whatever you were doing, sir. Why have you not played it? I did think when I saw it, when I sort of looked into it, it does look kind of your jam, yeah. And it's very sort of, like, can I kill you this time before you? Yeah, there we go. Oh shit, I didn't see that one. So I think the idea is that you're meant to get, like, collect loads of, oh, it says ready to upgrade. Collect loads of orbs, there's loads of, like, I didn't show you the mod tree thing, like skill tree things. There are, like, were loads of them. Press Y lots. Yeah, asteroids. So I'm like not quite old enough to have been around for like asteroids when it was out, like, you know, the original Mr. Loves games. That's kind of his gaming era, like that, Gallagher, stuff like that. He's quite good at those things, or at least vaguely remember him being decent at them anyway. Can't remember when he would have last played one, but yeah, trying to like get my head around this moves me. This moves me, but this shoots. But I also need to like rotate 360 degrees. Is yeah, my brain kind of needs a lot of time to get used to that. So we can upgrade. You can re-roll. So it's a roguelike apparently as well. So I guess the idea, which I take as license to just mean it doesn't matter if you die. You're meant to die. So I won't feel too bad when I do. So we can re-roll, so we get to choose a boon, basically. Do we want a grenade? Like, do I have to... What do I press to use these? Split shot. Oh, that would be quite good if my bullets were just covering more area. I think I'm going to take that one. Okay. Oh, yeah, much better. Oh, away! Away! No! Still got hit by the thing. Still got hit by it. But yeah, this sort of weapon suits me better. I do not know how I'm going to cope with any more than like 3 enemies on the screen at once though. Doesn't feel like it's gonna end well. Are you shooting me? Oh, I need those. I need the orbs. Oh god, yeah. Press Y often. You're not wrong, are you? Upgrade my shield. Shockwave releases waves that ebb and flow, pushing targets and projectiles around it. Does it do it automatically, though? Searing Hot Ring. Not normally something you would want to choose, but... Burns targets within its effect radius for 240 damage. You take shield self-damage. I don't think I want self-damage. That feels like a sure way to failure. Or temporal. Targets and projectiles within the shield's radius effect. Oh, that would be quite good if I could just slow stuff down. I'm going to take that one, I think. So yeah, it's kind of like hold down, hold this one down, but just permanently, always be shooting. And then just sort of like scoot around gently. I feel like the soundtrack for this is going to be pretty good. Pretty good so far. We've only been here like 5 minutes. You've been busy with washing. Mike, washing doesn't earn you G. Come on. Where are your priorities, man? She says, I have earned no G either. I went out this morning at about... Well, it was 11:30, so it was only just in the morning. Put it that way. I was out for like 2 or 3 hours. I went for a walk, went to some shops and stuff, did some things, as I say. Came back. What did I even do when I got back? I can't even remember what I did when I got back. Can't remember, but some hours went by, and then I had some food, and now I'm doing. So here's my day. John, you'd be proud of me. I was playing Breath of the Wild yesterday for like 5 hours. You got 20 G, better than nothing. True. Yeah, all the kingdom hype kind of got me thinking like, kind of want to just go and poke around in Breath of the Wild again and do a tiny bit more progress in it. So I did. I think I did 2 or maybe 3 shrines. Oh, did it give me away that I was playing it? I did a couple of shrines. Everybody on my friends list, not everybody, but most of them, it's like they're all. It all says like the Legend of Z, the Legend of Z, the Legend of Z, like that everybody's playing. It shows you. I'm imagining I was in that same list for everybody else, but it was a different The Legend of Z, and it cut off at the end. Wasn't playing Tears of the Kingdom. But yeah, I also unlocked 2 more towers. I think I have like 5 towers still to go, which is like gives you some indication of how bad / little Breath of the Wild I have played. Generally. I'm just not very good at it. Which is why I won't be getting a new one, because there's literally no point. Body. Oh, so this changes the body of the ship. Better shield effect radius. More shield power. So the shield is what's slowing everybody else down. So that's good. Oh, but less rate of fire. Cloaking over time. You gain up to 250% total weapon damage when you fire based on how cloaked you are. That sounds pretty good. Firing your weapon or moving quickly causes you to rapidly decloak. So if you just like float around gently and just bide your time waiting to shoot something, you will decloak instantly when you deploy a construct. Constructs being the new Zelda enemy type. Or this one is when you fire your weapon has an 8% chance of being empowered. But it gives me less shields, so no, I think we're going to go with the Spectre, because that sounds pretty cool. Ow. No, sir. Oh no, those are bad. Ah! So I'm level 3. I need to get more orbers. Ah! Look at the screen. Bad idea. Orbs, please. Ready to upgrade? Ooh, okay. Choose mod. Oh my god, there's so much to choose from. Or change gear. Well, I don't want to change the things that I just took, so... projectile velocity. More damage. So these are all the like different little skill tree things. Like the thing on the right, there's a whole page full of them on the title screen. But yeah, they all have. Well, the blue is a plus and the white text is a negative. So I think, although that has a plus against that, who actually knows? More maximum hull does feel like a good thing. Ooh, but also passive regen. Feels like, you know, in early Hades when you're like, I am all about the health, I am all about upgrading my health, please just give me some more health. Feel like that might be the way to go here too, because assembling and deploying mines is just going to end up injuring me. I'm not going to press the right buttons. It's just not going to work out. It's just not going to work out. I am going to take some regen, please. Nope. Get out of it. What the dickens is that? Did I not, like, shoot you? You don't get shot? There we go. Yeah, I can't... I feel like I cannot get sort of where you're meant to point the... I'm just gonna smash my way through those. Oh, okay, that's not fun. That's not fun! That's not fun at all. Yeah, like where you physically move the stick to move. This is just because I'm not used to twin stick things. So I'm moving, but it's like I just want to rotate and move that way, and you sort of have to move and move that way. Thing? I don't know. Oh, there's too much to choose from. Faster shield cooldown, more thrust. I mean, obvious joke. More shield. More shield does feel good. Although that is also quite good. We could just go really offensively. You have no shield. No. Let us not go with that one. Why would I go with that one? I just think more health is makes more sense. Okay. What if 20? I mean, we're up to 20. That's pretty good, right? Oh, God. Oh, but you're green. You should be good. Surely. I spend most of my time, like, not on the screen, I think. Are you, Are you a bad thing? Oh shit! Will it help? I'm not even like looking at my health either. I probably should be. Yeah. Kinda not. Yeah, like working out how to move, I just find it really difficult. So I'm either moving too much or... Is this planet gonna hurt me? You would think not, right? Are you dead? Are you dead, son? Am I also nearly dead? Is he only dead when that is dead? We did it! We did it! Cute instant death on next level. Ellipsis. Upgrade! We survived a boss. This is amazing news. I'm gonna celebrate with some tea. Then if you want to look up whether the soundtrack to this is... I know you can buy it on Steam. But I mean, how often do I actually... Would maybe other people do, but I don't know. I'm never going to sit and listen to a soundtrack through Steam. So, if I acquired it, I'd want it to be basically on Amazon Music. Improves projectile targeting. That would be quite handy. When you take a shield hit, your shield discharges damaging energy in the direction of the offender. That would also be good. Although that also sounds good too. Let's go with this one. So just stay there so I can pick up stuff. Uh-oh. Ah! It's kind of like bullet hell, isn't it? But also, at the same time, you're not in a fixed position like you usually are in a bullet hell, I think. So what have we got now? 20% faster shield cooldown. More thrust. I mean, I don't feel like more thrust is going to help me because I'm too scared of moving too fast as it is. More projectile velocity and 5% more damage. Or 15% more damage. That sounds better, right? Unlocks more things. Let's take that one. Okay. Are we getting anything from shooting the rocks? God, they're like mosquitoes or something. Maybe I should just like whiz around more and less things will hit me. Which is probably not how the game's intended to be played, but you know, you never know. It could work. Keep pressing Y. it's true, I am too scared of just moving too far. It's like really, you see how much I've been like off the side of the screen instead of in the middle of it? That's because I can't control which way I'm going very well. Yeah. Passive shield regeneration sounds good. Which of those elements is bad? Any of them? With shields up. Am I meant to have been pressing something to put the shields up? I wonder if I should have read the learn page first. But I feel like it should teach you when you start playing. You know? Like press B to put your shield up or something like that. No. Less weapon. But more damage for weapon that we have. Or just more hull. They could just keep going. More hull, please. Wait. Still ran into your bullet, didn't I? Oh wow, that's pretty. I mean, I can imagine when it gets like really busy as a screen, you know, it's gonna look epic. Whether we get to that stage, not entirely sure. I just drift down here. Yeah, I keep pressing the fire button thinking I'm pressing the move button. And then I press the move button the wrong way. maybe it's not a button, it's a stick. But luckily I'm interrupted every 30 seconds to press Y, so it doesn't matter. I have time to like stop and take charge. Okay, what is he? Yeah, I don't really want any of this stuff, I don't think. I think more shield. More shield and more... just more... more defensive play, I think, would be good. Because if I can regenerate enough and just not, like, you know... leave gaps between my injuries, then surely it will all be fine. Could just ram people to death. Ow! Oh god! That wasn't good. Right, so you're dead. I'm fine. Ah! Kill it! Haha! Sneak up behind it and kill it. Sneaky. Do they hit each other, I wonder? Like if I shoot... Ah! If he shoots his friend, does he hurt his friend? Ooh, my orbs. It's fine. Oh, you did. Okay. Yeah, we'll take more rapid fire, I think. Guns go brr. This guy, this is getting kind of annoying. Not like fireworks. Oh, my nose is clicking. I don't have time for that. How do you get used to twin sticking? I don't. I just simply don't. Whoa! Oh! That was close. Faster shield cooldown. More plating. Plating sounds good. More targeting. I mean, if it improves the targeting, does that mean I don't have to be as good at targeting? Is that what that is implying? I've got 6 rerolls as well, though. I'm going to take it and see what it might do. I'm also curious to see what, if it is a roguelike kind of thing, what do you get to keep at the end? Ah! Get away with your lasers. You are not allowed lasers. Boink. Primary projectiles splinter into weaker mini projectiles when destroyed. Projectile size and count inflict the number of splinters per, but less fire. But I did take something that gave me more fire, so that just puts me back at the same rate of fire as I started with, I would guess. I would guess. 85% less maximum hull. Yeah. No. Yeah, because I can't see what the ones I already have. I can't remind myself what they are, and you can't like get across to them. Yeah, let's take that then, I guess, and see. But it's just going to make the whole thing get a bit crazy, isn't it? Oh god. You're large. No, 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 no. Station. Oh my god! We're gonna die. We're gonna die. I do not know how to kill that. Unless the entire thing can be killed. Ow. Are we killing it? I mean, I'm bouncing off the edge of it. Big space boy. pretty bullets there. Just bouncing everywhere. That felt like something got destroyed, right? Or is it that we have to destroy the things inside? Oh shit! No way is this gonna work. Ow. Well, do we have to shoot those things inside of it? I bet we do. Will they? At the same time, it is kinda... Makes noises like it might be dice! There are dice in there! Why are there dice in here? Oh, they're rerolls! Oh, that's cute. Right, if I didn't die to that gigantic effort, then surely I won't die. I love that there's just like gentle space floating by in the background. Just go, ow. Just like some nice planets and stuff, just drifting by. I need to turn around. I find the easy way to turn around is to just sort of go off the screen and come back in the direction I want. Come on, you sod. You can't be harder than that bloody space station thing. Yeah, that's what you get. Right. Oh my god. The burning ring of fire. It did seem a lot like the ring of fire. Yeah, not wrong. I'm still not sure whether I was hitting the outside of it and that was the correct thing to do, or if I was meant to be hitting those. There was like 3 sort of lit up points inside of the ring. So we killed it, there, doesn't it? What can we have? If it hits your shields exceeds 25 damage, the damage is reduced to 25. That sounds quite good. That actually gives me less speed, which is actually probably kind of good. I'm gonna take that. I feel like less speed will make things easier for me personally to control. Could you just wait a minute down there? Don't shoot me yet. Go. One shield, you can do it. Upgrade. There are millions of these, aren't there? Like literally millions. I feel like we're going to get all bad ones at some point, though, aren't we? More damage and more velocity. Yes, that more damage can't be bad, right? Nope. Ow. A little bubble shield. Ow. Do not with your laser, please. No. No. No, stop it! I'm not skilled enough to point in the right direction to shoot you. Oh! I will be laser. I think I've destroyed those purely by destroying it. It's not really how you're meant to do it, but... Yeah, no. It is what it is. That's the you have no shield one. Definitely don't want that. Oh man, these are all getting bad now. I don't want bad ones. Gain a war stack when you destroy an enemy. More... I mean, I guess that's okay. Sure, why not? Just stay static. Okay. Wait, 50? The heck? Oops. Oh no, it's loads of laser guys. No! Not the laser guys. No. Like these ones with the bullets, they're fine because they can see where the bullets are going to go and it's easier to get away from them. But like, no. Rapid 3-round burst, but you get a tiny flat rate of fire delay. Weapon calibrates when you're not firing. Okay. Or faster shield cooldown. Well, faster shield cooldown is never going to be that good. Come here. Oh, they just left. No, 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 no. So there are 2 bars at the bottom, and I'm not 100% obviously one is health. I don't really get what the other one is. You're a laser guy. I know you're a fireball guy. That's fine. Sort of cope with those. See, those have got nice, gently slow bullets. Hi John, welcome back. We're not doing too badly. Sure sign that I'm about to do something stupid and die. Don't believe that. I probably shouldn't, yeah, be stood there. Let's just take an upgrade while we fight this boss, shall we? Oi! You take ramping hull self-damage when you fire your weapon constantly. Well, no, because I am firing my weapon constantly, so let's not do that. That sounds a bit bad. When your shield breaks, it discharges violently. That sounds decent. Yes, I'm just going. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Jeez. Potions, blah 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 blah. This is what I do when I climb things in Breath of the Wild. It's like I climb so far and then it's just like, gonna stop and have a meal. Nom 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 nom. And he wasn't having a bar. Dee 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 dee. Strats. Okay, that sounds quite good as well, but I think a violent shield can't be a bad thing. So let's take the violent shield and just gently drift across the screen here. He's gonna fire a giant laser at me. No! Giant laser guy got me. I mean, it's not a bit surprising. He's a giant laser, so. A cliff gobble. No better meal, is there? Right? Oh, look how close I was to like, the next thing. That's very frustrating. Got loads of. Look at all the space that's just going on in the background, though. It's like there's some sort of. The singularity has been detected. Apparently. Look at all the things I had on the left as well. That's pretty cool. Tip: persist! Okay, as you unlock mods and gear, you will gain access to powerful specialised build options as well as additional rerolls. A new mod. Why is this guy just going nuts, just destroying rocks like because he won? Turret mod lets you assemble and deploy a rapid-fire machine turret. But how does one deploy it and stuff? Don't know. Did he just blow up the sun? I don't know. But we reached wave 60, which is pretty good. Enemy cargo trains can be destroyed to release cargo crates which contain valuable orbs. Orb. Also hyper boosts. Oh my god. I just want to see what like other things this thing can do or when I inevitably come up against it again. Other than the giant laser. It's got these 3 sort of green shells, I guess you could call them, circling around. Medi charges can drop from cargo trains. Oh, health packs, okay. Armor fragments, okay. We've unlocked an awful lot of stuff here. Firefly. Fast form with. No, I don't want that. Challenge mode unlocked. Yeah, sure, okay. Extra rerolls, okay. Okay, so what do you want me to press to like... Okay, just to scroll through. There we go. Enter initials! Boom! I'm at the top of the leaderboard. It obviously doesn't include friends, otherwise I'm guessing John would be probably a bit higher than that. Support from Kenneth Miller. For some reason I thought Kenneth Miller, and I thought of Kenneth Graham, and I was like, surely not. Can't be related to them. Okay. And then you throw me back to here. And I guess you'll show me everything I've unlocked in here. I do like how these sort of like cycle through like a rainbow effect, which is pretty nice. However, this bit doesn't seem to be particularly controller supported, so we'll just See if my mouse will cooperate. You know the thing that happened during the Brewpub stream, by the way, with my mouse just jerking around? It's been doing it again today. And I don't know why. Really helpful. In addition to my keyboard also not responding, and that's also Bluetooth, so it makes me wonder if there's something up with my Bluetooth receivers, or the HDMI, the USB slots that they're in, or something? I don't know. They've like overheated and it's fried them or something? Who can say? What's a Kenneth Williams is the one that I actually meant. Kenneth Graham wrote frickin' Wind in the Willows. Definitely wasn't him. But yeah, probably also not Kenneth. Okay, so we unlock all these things. Which is pretty good. There's only 2 that we didn't get. Oh, practice mode. But you don't get to keep things that you unlock, so yeah. Okay. Okay. So yeah, different things there. But yeah, there's all of these. And there's like, each one has got its own little descriptor. And there are super mods, which is like, what? Again, with the nice rainbow effect, I very much like. Wild mods, which is, I guess, what some of you are here. Base gear, which I think is all the stuff that I got to choose along the way. And these are like base mods. So these must be the ones it was showing me. So if those are the base ones, are these the same base ones? I don't know. I don't know. I am going to look at the learn page. Wild mods! Wild mods! Yes, you never chose this way, did you? Right, okay, let's learn. Having had a crack without learning, I guess probably now I should do a bit of learning, but you control a rapidly evolving biomechanical ship-like organism. So we're not actually a ship, we're a thing. It reminds me a lot of you remember Inglet? It's obviously like violent compared to Inglet, which wasn't about being violent really. But the sort of like the flow of it and the sort of the movements and stuff kind of remind me of that. Shine! Indeed. Blah 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 blah, you get an upgrade. They can get gear or mods. Yeah, gear is your fundamental aspect, your weapon, body, shield. You may have no more than one of each. Yeah, it was really good, Inglet. I loved it. And I finished it as well, which I was really proud of. Then use an upgrade to select gear or replace your current gear with the new one. Okay. Yeah, that's probably why I finished it, because it was considered too short by most people. It's like TC length. So yeah, I mean, we sort of grasped that part of it, didn't we? Yes, that's not very nice of the guy. Mods. There is no limit to how many mods you may have, and you will never lose them. It's good to know I'll never lose, even if you change gear. They sometimes grab power in exchange for a disadvantage, as we saw. So, survive. Yeah, I definitely should have read this, shouldn't I? Always be moving. Setting yourself adrift before aiming will often make enemies miss. When you take damage, your shield begins cooldown. After cooldown, it's recovered. Taking damage delays the cooldown. Taking damage when your shield is down is very dangerous. But yeah, don't wait too long or more enemies will come. Beware of lingering on the edges of the battlefield. I wasn't trying to linger on the edges of the battlefield. That's just where like I end up floating because I don't have much control over it. But warping to the opposite side can solve many problems, and indeed it did. So yes. While you're firing, your regen and shield only work at 80% efficiency. Right. Elites and champions. And the time allotted to defeat them decreases. So I guess if you just don't defeat them, just more and more and more and more come, like indefinitely. Okay. Persist, as we learned before. You can re-roll the mods you're offered, spend them wisely, they allow you to create a more focused build. I mean, I don't know what I would even focus on other than health and shields and stuff, really. Mods are arranged in pairs of 4, called a tree. Purchasing the first one adds the next tier to your random mod pool. Beware of effects listed in red. Didn't see any. There was only blue and white. Which is good, because, like, I don't want things that could be powerful or result in certain death. But also, yeah, well, do not underestimate the need for defensive mods. Didn't. Consider enabling as many challenge modes as possible. The increased experience you gain will allow you to reach greater levels of power. Okay. Damage you deal to yourself. Hello. Does not interrupt your shield cooldown. I didn't even notice, like, I mean, it wasn't even particularly fast there, because, you know, it was, like, early stages. It wasn't, like, you know, super bullet hell, like, loads and loads going on. But I still, like, never really looked at the health bar at the bottom. I didn't pay any attention, really, to what the shield was doing, if it was on or off or doing whatever. I just can't process that amount of stuff at once, I don't think. It's just, like, I need to just concentrate on, like, making sure I'm not drifting into something that's going to burst into flames. And trying to get myself to point in the direction I actually want to be firing. But, yeah. Burn damage occurs over time. Okay. Okay, well, we've done a learning, so that's good. Let's all head there. I mean, yeah. It's got a glossary. Not enough games have glossaries, do they? You don't see that word very often. Okay. I mean, it's a lot of words. It's a lot of words. Oh, and then it's just infinite space. Okay. I probably should read all that as well, but I'm not gonna. Oh, it keeps the, I mean, not that I can tell what those are. It doesn't tell you if you hover over them what they were, and I wouldn't really stand much chance of remembering what they're all together and like trying to recreate this or whatever anyway, but it's nice that it shows you, I suppose. It's like the screen in Hades when you go into the when you get the finished screen. Okay, I guess we'll try again then and see what happens differently on a second run. Greater risk, greater rewards. What does the danger zone do? Waves advance faster and enemies enter the fray more frequently. You get a plus 6% experience bonus. That is not enough to entice me to do that. Nowhere near. I thought if it was 10% more experience, maybe. But wow, 6%. That's not a lot. More score, but I mean, like, does the score even matter? Probably not. You need to dash. No worries. Thank you for coming by and saying hello. It was nice to see you on this Sunday evening. Enjoy your next foray into Hyrule. Have you actually nearly finished it, or were you joking in your channel? I'm never quite sure, because I'm sure. I mean, I know there are people that have finished. I think the speedrunner has already beaten it in like 90 minutes or something stupid. But I think it came out earlier in Japan or something, didn't it? So people have had chance to be playing it more so than like the last 12 hours. Whatever. Crazy. Whoop, 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 whoop. Let's just press start and see what happens. Whee! It me! So yeah, I expected that the right hand stick, and this could just be my naivety and twin sticking, would affect, like, I would be able to move the right stick around and shoot where where it is pointing, and then the other stick would just move you, but it sort of doesn't. And I can't quite get my brain and my fingers to match up on that. Yeah. What have we got? Pulse. What did I take before? Are these different? Are these different? I can't even tell. I cannot even tell. But I'm back down to 4 rerolls now, which is a bit annoying. I mean, a powerful electromagnetic blast sounds pretty handy. So, yes. Oh, wow. Maybe we could just kill everything with this. It stops when I'm not shooting, but it carries on when I am. Could I just squirt over the edge of the screen then? Oh no, it is my shooting. I just got it. It just grasped what it was. So yeah, so I'm not actually shooting unless I'm right up next to things, which is possibly not a great idea. But we will find out. Shockwave. Come on. Move up there. God. I think it wants you to play it with keyboard and mouse, and part of me's tempted because I'm guessing that the mouse controls the pointer. I don't know. I'll try it on the next run maybe, but I don't feel like my WASD skills are sufficient enough to move me accurately, shall we say? Not that I'm moving hugely accurately with the controller, but that sounds good. Let's take that. Oh god, yeah. No, it's like this is like using the fists in Hades. You got to get up really close to actually kill anything, which is, you know, not a problem in Hades because fists are great, but. Oops. Yeah, I feel like this is not the build for me. Like, if when we get a chance to do the next one, I may just change the weapon. I want to go down. How do I go down the street? Boom. Right, okay. Can I change my... Oh, no, because you have to take one of each type first, I think. Spectus. That's what I took last time. So instead this one, maybe we'll try a different one. The Firefly. Blazing thrusters burn targets for damage. I mean, we unlocked it, so I guess we should. Ah, now I actually look like a firefly as well. That's pretty cool. Boom. Excuse me. Don't know where I'm going. Level up. Right, can I change my weapon now? Grenade. Launch an explosive cluster grenade. Yeah, I feel like this shockwave thing is great, but like because I need to be accurate and get myself near people to use it, probably not gonna go so well. Although this is not going much better. What is that one? Black. A deadly burst of shrapnel that shreds close range targets. Okay. Yeah, let's give that a try. Why not? Oh, we died already. Oh, okay, yeah. So that was not good. Absolutely not good. But we've unlocked something, so that's cool, I guess. Boom, indeed. Yeah, I mean, still a high score though, so not quite as good as the first run. How did I do that on the first run? Like, that just feels mental. You just missed me die. I know. You died. Look. Yeah, yeah. I don't even know sort of what to say there. Why is the mouse always in the way? Get out the way. Not reloading. That's fair enough. So what did we unlock there? There was one thing, was it? Wasn't that? Is it this? No. I can't remember what it was. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. Oh, you found the soundtrack! Amazing! On Amazon or other streaming services that are available. Right, okay, let's try again, and this time I will maybe not pick terrible weapons. What is the point of the rocks, I wonder? Is it just for practice, or...? I love that, like, one... killing one tiny enemy gives you enough orb to upgrade. That's the same thing. Yeah, I don't want that. So you can decline it, it says at the bottom, which I will do if this is the only thing that's going to come up in the future. Railgun. Oh, from GOG. Oh, what format? What does it do? Does it give you like files to store on your computer? A high velocity. That looks like a laser, doesn't it? It's called a railgun, which feels like least like what it actually is. But high velocity, long range projectile. I mean, they've been shooting me with lasers, so. A rails, it feels like that, yeah. Like a railgun makes it sound like it's literally made of metal bits that go chicka 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 as they go through the gun, right? I don't know what that railgun actually is, but that's my impression of what one would be in my head. Not a laser. But anyway, we're gonna... It looks a lot like a laser to me, but let's see if we can just drift towards this guy, that's all. Kinda need more accuracy on it, but... They seem to like go and not come back if you don't hit them. Oop, orbs. Orbs. Oops. Yeah, they just buggered off because I didn't kill them. Which is, you know, fine. Oh, you've got to be so precise with this. Because it's such a narrow thing. Yeah, I don't think I like it. I don't think I like it. Can we change it? I've got to take a shield and a body first. Chugga chugga chugga. Supposedly, yeah. When destroyed, the shield teleports you forward a distance equal to the effect radius. Okay. Shockwave. Is that the one I took before? Called the Searing Hot Ring! Should we try the Searing Hot Ring? It's not something you often say, is it? Boom! Get dead, mate. Get dead. Take this. Searing Hot Ring. I could just, like, if I could just get near them, I could just kill them with this. Something up there. Don't know what it was. Oh god, yeah, this is like really terrible weapon. But a really good shield, so I guess kind of makes up for it. Don't like those guys at all. Extra limit to basic. Yeah, even though we saw the word constructs, I still don't really like grasp what it is. But yeah, less fire. I mean, I'm not doing a huge amount of fire now, but I'm gonna just take more shield where possible. Can you guys like not fire lasers at me? What are you? Oh, is that the train? That's the train, isn't it? Give me the cargo things! Give me the cargo things! I feel like those guys got me before. Alright, I'm gonna change the weapon because this weapon is awful. Don't like it at all. Yeah, that's much better. I'm still driving into things and dying, but you know. That's on me. Ah, also my shield. Where's my shield gone? I still don't... Oh, unlocks guidance and homing strike. Homing strike sounds like it would be pretty useful. Really? I think if we take that and try and get a homing strike, that'd be pretty good. Oh, see how much easier these are to kill now? Oh my god. That's crazy. No sir. Not today. Satan. Get out of here. Spin around. Ah! And get you there. Yeah, so the shrapnel weapon, better than the... Ooh, I probably shouldn't have driven through that. It felt... Yeah, that was also quite easier to drive through it than to try and get around it quickly. You know, so homing strike. Attack with a single smaller weapon projectile from each of your broadsides. Homing strike projectiles have greatly improved projectile targeting and don't degenerate as quickly. These are no power-ups. How do you mean? They have minus... Oh god, they have so much less total damage though. So they can home in, but they do less damage. I feel like I kind of regret that. Right, I'm gonna take health stuff, I think, and if this comes up again later, then I might get it, but I feel like probably, yeah, health is more important this day. Especially for like drive-ins and like burning rocks and things as well. You know. Bloop, 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 bloop. What are you? I can't remember. Oh, this guy. God, my firing is so slow. Ah! I can't remember how we defeated this. Just generic. Where did it go? Is it dead? Did we kill it? Oh my god, how did we kill it so quickly? I don't understand. What a bop though. Shield cooldown. I would like my having the fiery shield is like having an Athena boon on you in Hades. It's like that feels like the boon I would prefer to have. I don't know about this turret business. Like, do I have to do? Even in the learn section, it didn't explain like how you actually do them. Is it just gonna be a case of I choose it? And I mean, I know the only way to find out is to pick one, obviously. But also shields are good. So, like, what weapon are you offering me now? Oh, the split shot, that was good as well. I mean, I guess we can try this. The turret constantly takes damage. So will it eventually die? I don't know. We're just gonna have to find out. Ow! No, sir. No, no! Not today. Yeah, those buttons just leave. Oh, okay, there's actual buttons. I didn't see what it said! What did it say? Someone clip it quick and send me a screenshot because I didn't see what it said. Show the super mods? Oh, we have no super mods. Oh man, I didn't see it. Like, I spotted that it was there, but I was so like giddy with the fact that I needed to like make sure things were not killing me. You know, like the game wants you to do. Yeah. I don't know. I could Google it, but also really hoping anyone can help me out there with that, just to grab a little screen of it. I'll just check. I don't know, you weren't paying attention. I just needed to do a clip of this. A thing came up in the corner and it was a picture of this controller with like buttons on how to use this turret thing, and I didn't see what it said before it disappeared. Which is kind of, I don't know, not great game design. You know, to like, to give you a very short time frame into which to absorb new information, I don't feel that's a great thing. You know, not everyone has like instant, like super fast reflexes and can, you know, absorb things quickly. It's perhaps a bit limiting to like make it like that. And I don't think it's because I pressed something, I think it was just because it went away by itself. Yeah. I kind of hope I'm doing it, otherwise I'm gonna have to literally Google it. Because I don't want to like carry on and not know what to press and just press buttons randomly, because that's not a great way of doing it. Maybe if I look on here. Oh, it's on its own fandom page actually, to be fair, so... Other questions are, how do you deploy turrets in Nova Drift? Done. Awesome, did you send it me? Awesome, thank you. Oh, so this is one of the constructs, okay. So it's just X, you just press X. Or... We need to do something with the D-pad to select it and then choose. That's it? Right, okay. At least I'm like armed with information now, so we press okay. Oh, does it doesn't stay on me, it's just like floating around. I thought for some reason it was gonna be a turret that was actually on myself, but obviously not. Seems very handy though. They look like pieces of stationery. Ow. Okay. This is fine. Ow, get off. Are you laser guys? Are you laser guys? You are. Where's my turret gone? Right, let's pick a thing. Yeah, that's super handy. I don't know if you only... I'm hoping you don't only get one. Because I've just used it. Feels like it wouldn't be just one. It's like when that one goes, you can just make another one, I suppose. I guess we'll find out. So maybe these are actually worth doing. Assemble and deploy automated drones that orbit you and attack targets. My own circle of green shells. Huh. Okay, so yeah, I kind of was skipping away from all the yellowy orange boxes before, but now it feels like they might actually be worth taking. But also, I do like shield, so... Oh, I've got two. Okay. War machine. The music's just run out now. It's just like, God, you're taking too long. Stop reading. Okay. Mines. Mines gonna hurt me as well, aren't they? But look at this, bomblet. That's like the cutest little word. It's like, imagine a bomb, but small. It's a baby bomb. Bomblet. However, I'm not going to choose the bomblet thing. What were the other ones? Oh, that was... I'm still not sure about that. The whole doing less damage isn't a good thing, is it? Shield, but less shield effect radius. And those are also quite bad. So, not a hamlet, but a bomblet. Yeah. Not an omelette, but a bomblet. This is, I think, the best one. Shields protecting a turret. Whereas that one is... I mean, they're firing more in that one, so... How do I deploy another one there? No question. Oh, it's turned solid in the corner of the screen, so I can deploy it when it's train. Choo-choo. Give me all the stuff. Give me all the stuff. Give me all the stuff. So much stuff. Oh, look at my turret friend! Doing all the work! This is how to win the game, clearly! Look at him! Look at him go! I mean, he's died now, but you know. He did sterling work, he got me out of a lot of shit there. So what is the other thing? Turret bullets collide with enemy projectiles, degenerating their damage and size, or destroying them. This is clearly, like, how is this not the best way to play this? Just by getting loads and loads of things to do the job for you. It's gotta be, right? And then give them more hull so they last for longer? Yes. But I've got to wait for it in the corner there to regenerate before I can launch another one. So. Are you a boss? No, you can't. Ah! Ooh, didn't like that, did you? Ow. Oh, is it like a Hydra? Do you have to kill the heads? Let's get Turret Friend to do it for me. If possible. I was looking at the wrong thing then. I totally thought I was the thing over there. And it's like, what? Not moving. Because, yeah, I'm not. Not that thing. Oh, turret friend, you might be the best thing. I feel like we've got to try the mines, haven't we? Just because I don't know what they're going to do. Your mines are deployed all at once in a cluster. They cause a chain reaction when they detonate, increasing damage. Is there any like protective stuff I should be doing? Maybe we'll take more maximum hull before we get like carried away with mines and stuff. Get him! Get him! I'm just gonna go around collecting the orbs. You do the killing. That's it. Good lad. What a lad. Maybe he'll kill that boss for me at level 60. Is this thing bigger than before? Ow! Ow! I'm not sure he's gonna. Ow! Oh my god, they took it to the fucking laser! Ah! I was so excited about the mines. I was busy deploying mines and then just didn't do good driving. Really. Like literally like a fucking insect straight into a light bulb. Yeah. Challenge mode unlocked. Never gonna do it. Extra rerolls. Okay, haven't done it yet, but sure. Hull breaker. A sturdy form with boosted penetrating crash damage and improved recovery. Yes, that please. That please. That's not the case. Well, it was not as good as the first run, but it was considerably better than the second run, so that's good. We're averaging out at doing relatively well, I think. Relatively well. Yeah. I know I said I was going to try playing it with keyboard and mouse, but I'm kind of tempted now to just keep going as I am. Because I'm sort of getting... Other than driving into that guy and just dying. Just I am kind of getting used to it. Right, so we will take... That's the one I've just been using. Oh yeah, it does like twice as much damage as well. Yeah, so we'll stick with that. Oh. Although it looks different. But, yeah. Why was it red before? Okay, can't remember which shield I had last time. Not sure if it matters. Oh, it was the really good one. Balls, no, I can't remember. It was the one where there was the fiery ring of fire. It was called Halo. Let's try that. Ow! Ow, that was dumb. Why can I not? I think it's because, for some reason, in my head, I view the left trigger button as the fire button, and it's not. That's the move button. And I don't know why that is, but here we are. Oh, I'm gonna die. Alright. Ah, the train! Come back! Ah, I missed the stuff. God damn it. Get out of it. I'm trying to pick up my train stuff. Which was the new one it gave me? Oh no, where's the... I'm going to re-roll that. Can you give me the good one that you just gave me? The hull... That's it, hull breaker. Oh, but it has less shield. Oh no. And less fire. Oh well. We'll try it out, I guess, and see how long I last or don't. I have all sorts of fancy rainbow colours now for some reason. Seems quite effective. I'm alright with it when it's slow. Obviously. Not always slow though. Ow. Ow. Turn around. He's just gonna keep firing those until I kill it. Ow. Ow. I don't have enough control when it's fast. But you kind of vaguely have to go fast to get it to a position where you can turn it round. Otherwise I'm constantly just sort of going in the direction that I'm pointing. This is very much a me problem, but still not ideal. Oh, drones. Drones or turret, drones or turret. I never really got to use the drones particularly, did I? So let's take drones. Assuming we don't die before. Oh, come on, little drone. Oh, he's so cute. Ah! This dickhead's gonna kill me first, though. What a dickhead. Don't like the laser guys. I'd rather be dealing with bullets and things that are floating around. God damn. Wow. So we're like veering between doing really well and not doing very well at all. God damn. Okay. So what did we unlock there? Again, wasn't really. Paying adequate attention. We've unlocked 9 things out of 60 though, which I feel for somebody who doesn't play twin stick shooters and stuff and this kind of game is not terrible. And it is sort of, it's still early in early access, so I don't know like how much more they plan to add to it or whatever, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff to unlock. There's a lot of stuff to unlock. However, yeah, super mods. Don't even know what those are. I don't know how you get them. I guess you must just have to get a certain distance into the game to unlock them. Didn't look it up. Maybe it'll say in the glossary. So super mod. Mod pool. Mod tree. No, I'm not seeing the word super mod here anywhere, unless it's at the bottom. Nope, it's not. So I don't know. That's kind of still a mystery. That's actually, why am I even doing that? Well, I could just press the button to be back on the thing. I don't know. I don't know. However, you know, not that I don't like it, because I do like it. I just feel that I am not the person for it. Other people will be able to do it so much better. And like kind of get more out of it than I think I ever could. Like if I had just like bought this or got it in a bundle or whatever, let you try, you could, here you go. If I like, yeah, got it in a bundle or something and just like acquired it and it was in my backlog and I thought I'll stick it on and see how it is. I'd have a go. I'd probably play it for, as I have done, probably like about an hour and a bit, and then I'd probably go, yeah, I kind of like it, but I feel like I'm not going to put the time in to improve enough, to improve sufficiently to get good enough at it to make it worth ploughing that time into it, if you see what I mean. There are other things I would rather be ploughing time into to get better at, which just, you know, things that I am better at doing. Generally, if I was like obsessed with twin sticks, then yeah, I would absolutely be all over it. I love how it looks. I love how it sounds. I literally, yeah, will remain a scrub at this so that I can become a queen of Hades. Don't even care really about that. But I am really glad that I've tried it because, yeah, trying different things and new things is good and important. 17 monies is a bit much. Yeah, I definitely would. Yeah, so it's £15 here according to the bot. I mean, I am not the person who would pay £15 for it. You know, I wouldn't pay a fiver because it's just not my kind of game, generally. Trying it for free, very different matter, obviously. Thank you to Woovit and to the developers, like Chimeric, whatever they were called, for sending me the key. Yeah, because I have enjoyed trying it out for free, kind of thing. I guess, you know, if it was a demo, then, you know, that would have been fine as well. It's $7.49 on Humble at the minute. Ah, if you want to stick a link in with your thing on the end, please feel free. Because if, I don't know, if Ilu can get it for that price, maybe that will change your mind. Because yeah, I love the music, as we said before. I like the neon colours and like the kind of the aesthetic of it and stuff, and that it's just not my skill set really. And like I say, much like Breath of the Wild, it's not a skill set that I'm kind of ever gonna plough time into improving. Less than €5 for you. Wow. Fair enough. Fair enough. But if anyone else wishes to click Mr. Dub's link there and check it out, then please feel free. So yeah, so I'm going to end this here now, but I am going to not end the entire stream. I think what I might do is a Hades run, actually, or maybe two, depending on which weapon it gives me. If it gives me the bow or the gun, it'll probably be 1. If it gives me like good weapons, it'll probably be 2. So yeah, so I will just end this here, and then we can switch over to that. So I guess go and refresh your beverages and stuff. I have got a refreshed beverage right here. I don't even need to do that. And yeah, I'll be back in a minute. Thanks very much for watching again, and see you soon, very soon.